just stopped to get my breath back. Good evening. Thanks for tuning in. I've come up to a little known hill called Moyle y Sea, which is kind of at the far end of the Glyderau. So if you think Eryri Vawr, it basically drops down from there over a plateau, and there's a small village called Mynydd Llangethau, I think that's how you say it, and this is a small hill that rises up, and then from there it plunges down to the Menai Straits, so you get a fantastic view of Anglesey, and more importantly for today's trip, a great view back across to the mountains there. So it's not a hugely long walk. It's like half an hour. I came up earlier in the week just to see what was up here, and I've come back and I've brought large format equipment, so I'm going to hopefully make some colour images. But anyway, enough of that. I'm going to carry on back up the track, see if I can get to the top, and then I can have a breather, start looking for some compositions and get the large format camera set up. So see you up there in a bit. Right, made it to the top. Just going to have a bit of a breather before we get the equipment set up, but I'll just spin the camera around and give you a quick tour. So we've got a summit area with rocks and heather, and some of the heather is actually flowering as well, which is quite nice. We've got the occasional flash of purple. So we've got this group of rocks here, and there is another group here. Now, when I came up on Sunday evening, I think I preferred this group in front of me now. We're looking beyond those hills, beyond these rocks, into the Carnethai. So I just need to decide what focal length to put on the camera. So what I'm going to do is just use my framing app and cycle through the 3 different lenses that I brought up and see which one gives me the nicest look, and we'll go from there. Right, so the first shot I am taking is with the 150mm, so a standard angle of view lens, and now my hand has been forced a bit with this particular composition because the sun pretty much directly behind me, so it's casting a shadow of the tripod and the camera on some of the foreground rocks. So I want to get a clean negative in the bag, so I'm going to do this at 150mm, and then I'll pop the 90mm lens on as well, and I'll take an image on there and just see what the output's like. If it's really bad, I might be able to just clean it up a little bit in Lightroom afterwards, after I've scanned it. But I'll meter for this shot and get one in the bag, and then I will switch the lenses out. So in terms of the weather condition we've got here, it's looking pretty promising. So we've got the sun setting over in that direction over Anglesey to a relatively clear sky. The sun's just descending into a sort of a band of haze, so that's why I want to get these shots rattled off quickly before the light goes. And then over towards the mountains we've got building clouds coming in behind, so it's quite a nice balance of a lit foreground and a sort of a moody backdrop. So I'm hoping this will look quite good. We've got some nice golden light, so I'm just going to get the metering done, get some film loaded and take a picture, and I'll be back with you. Okay, image number 1 complete, and I shot that at f32 with a quarter of a second. So metering on the foreground was giving me a quarter of a second, and the sky was an eighth of a second. So I'm shooting on Kodak Ektar, so there's huge latitude on that film, so it's not going to be a problem with just a one stop difference. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to switch this standard lens out for a wide angle, which is the 90mm lens, and I may need to move the tripod a little bit, maybe onto these rocks that are behind me, just to step back a little bit from the scene. But I'm probably going to be shooting towards the same mountain backdrop, so I'll do that now and I'll be back with you shortly. Okay, I've got the shot composed. I have moved the tripod a little bit further back from where I was before, just to bring in more of the foreground rocks, and I've also swung the view across to the right a bit more. So I've just done a meter reading and it's given half a second for the foreground, but I think that's just changing. I can see the rocks lighting up again, so I'm just going to go and take this image before the light goes, so I just need to do a quick re-meter, but I think it's going to be the same quarter of a second at f32 again. Right, I've got those two shots in the bag now, so I've got a 90mm and a 150mm image of roughly the same sort of composition with these foreground rocks here. But what I'm going to do now is turn the camera around completely and go into this direction. If I just spin this round. So I'm not sure whether you can make that out, but we've got, in the far distance we can see the Llyn Peninsula. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pop on the 210mm lens, and I think I'm going to go with a portrait shot of that scene there. And I think it with the layers, I think that would look quite nice. So I'm going to just quickly set that up now. But I've got the two images that I actually wanted to get from up here, so I can relax a little bit now and take my time in with this one, because this is the I've never used this lens before, this 210mm. I've only had it a couple of weeks, so it'd be good to get some practice with that, and also to see what the output looks like when I get them processed. set up, but I'm not sure this is whether this is going to work, but I'm going to shoot it anyway. So I've got a portrait orientation this time. It's 1/4 of a second. Now the thing with this lens is it's obviously it's quite an old, very old lens from the late 50s, something like that. The shutter speeds are not accurate, so 1/5 of a second is more like 1/2 a second. So I need 1/4 of a second for this particular exposure. So I've set the shutter speed to 1/10 of a second. So it should still be okay. And then when I've done that, I'm going to try something different. I'm actually going to shoot directly into the sun here. So I'm going to probably go back to the 90mm lens to get this foreground detail here. Obviously it's kind of backlit, shoot directly into the sun, but I'll wait until the sun's a bit lower in the sky. Just wait for some light on these hills here, and then I will take that image and then recompose. Right, I've got the last shot set up. Got the 90mm lens on there. Tiny little bit of front tilt, and incorporating these rocks in the foreground. Now I'm just waiting for the sun to drop a little bit more. I've just noticed there's some clouds above the sun, so if the sun drops just a little bit, give some separation, and those clouds will be lit up quite nicely, and then I'll set about capturing the image. And the midges are out in force, which is particularly annoying, but it's just something you've got to deal with. If it was a little bit windy they wouldn't be here, but then I probably wouldn't be able to use the large format camera, so just have to put up with it. I'm just going to meter for this now. God, these midges are really starting to annoy me now. So I'll get this almost need to get this photograph and then get the hell out of here. But okay, I'm going to go with 1/4 of a second. So, which is already set on here. Yeah. Okay, let's put that away and get the film in, take the photo. Okay, heading back down. The sun has gone down now, I think. If it hasn't, it's just about to, but it's gone behind a bank of cloud, and we're starting to lose the light a bit. So but as I say, it's only a short hop down this track and back to base. So yeah, enjoyed that photography session. Now I've been up here in North Wales for a week, and it's been, during the day, it's been kind of wall-to-wall blue sky stuff, so it's not been brilliant for photography, but I have managed to get some really nice sunsets and some other photos from a trip into Dinorwick Quarry. So I'll finish this video off with a montage of some of the shots that I've taken this week, along with hopefully the images that I've just captured in this session. So I'll play those for you now, and hopefully you'll enjoy them. Well, I hope you enjoyed those photographs. I've certainly enjoyed taking those throughout the week, and I've got one more day here and then heading back to the Midlands. So who knows what tomorrow will bring? We'll see. Anyway, I'm going to sign off. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like, leave a comment. I always read them, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to follow along, and hit that notification bell. That way you'll get notified when I post new videos. So with that, I'll say goodbye, and hope to see you on the next one.